Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Daily DeSo. I am your host, Miko, and today we're going to go over another blog post that I wrote entitled The Law of Paying Attention. And again, you can find that on my website, smartgirlcredit.com. Again, smartgirlcredit.com, The Law of Paying Attention. So I had a I read this book called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And he said that when he started out in real estate, he was only 20 years old, completely novice, completely new, didn't know anything about it. When he went to his first real estate seminar, he asked the lecturer who was talking out to lunch to get, the individual's tips on how to be successful. And so the gentleman told him to go fail and do it often. He said to go fail and do it often. So Hardy was like perplexed, like, what did he mean by that? Well, in the book, it goes on to say that the man picked up his napkin and pen, and he wrote on the napkin, life, growth, and achievement work like a pendulum. On one side, you have failure, rejection, pain, and sadness. But on the other side, you have success, victory, joy, and happiness. And so the individual asked him, which side do we have control over? And he said, the side that comes with the pain and the failure and the rejection. In that area, we control our future. So Hardy's lunch companion continued. He said, over time, most people figure out how to operate in a narrow comfort zone. They only allow the pendulum to swing so much to a small distance into pain and rejection and failure. And thus, the opposite, they only experience the same small degree of joy and success on the other side. So here's the lesson. The pendulum does not take sides. It is neutral. It swings freely on both sides as it goes back and forth. It swings with the same force with which you attack life. So, as a person swinging the pendulum, you'll find that it's impossible to experience one side without the other. You can't have all this success and joy without having the other side, which is pain and rejection. And that's just a really good point to remember. So once you start to pursue your goals, we need to understand that we cannot have ultimate success in life without some failure. Just like you can't have true love without heartache. The two go hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other. You receive the rewards in life only when you're willing to take those risks. And this may sometimes feel like a butterfly, like in flight, and you're trying to catch that butterfly. And oftentimes, what you pursue, like that butterfly, it eludes you. So you can't go and try to pursue it because or chase that success, because that success has to find you, and it finds you after you have failed and learned those hard lessons. And success finds you when you become a person worthy of success. And that happens only when you swing that pendulum as high as you can on the side of failure and rejection. So we have to pick ourselves. We have to learn from our experiences. We have to move on, take those experiences and put them into a new way of thinking, a new way of living, and then that it will help us to be successful. Now, when I interviewed Mr. Hardy, he said that the greatest challenge today is controlling our attention. He said, we are living in an era of epic distraction. And that's so, so true. He said there is so much that begs for our attention, um, whether it's from the television, our cell phones, or whatever. And he's mentioned that we are forever in reaction mode. We're reacting to whatever it is that's happening in our inboxes on social media. But we have to learn to stay focused. So for him, some say that the problem is an overabundance of information. It's not the overabundance of information, but the overconsumption of it that kills productivity. So I wrote a blog post a few days ago that talked about we have to create more and consume less. We don't want to overly consume, then we're not able to create that masterpiece that we should be creating. He also went on to point out that we need to have just 3 goals. He says our brains can focus on just so many things at one time. So that's why having more than 3 goals at one time is like confusing. And it doesn't allow you to really focus on any one goal because you see this shiny object here and you go there, another shiny object, you go there, and you're just all over the place. So you need to have those 3 goals and focus on those top 3 so that you don't drain your focus, your energy, and your brain. And so he said he called it the law of paying attention. Certainly, we all have heard about the law of attraction, but Hardy says that that we all should focus on the law of paying attention. He says what you want or need has always been there. Kind of like Dorothy. She was going around trying to find things that she had it all the time. But now that you are paying attention, you are giving your brain the energy it needs to focus on it. So whatever it is that you need, it's always been there. He said you'll be able to isolate conversations and make connections to things you want because now you are focused on it. Ideas will freely flow to you. And I really, really like this definition. So if you want to be an entrepreneur and push past your fears, you have to start paying laser-like attention to what it is you want, those top 3 goals, and begin disregarding everything else. Just stay focused on those goals, and you'll start to isolate what it is that you need and that you already have to put it into practice. And lastly, this was really good too. And here's a question for you. What if you woke up tomorrow and read your own obituary announcing your death online? Excuse me. So how would that change your life? Would you be happy about all your accomplishments or regret not taking that one step that would have made all the difference in your life? Well, that very thing happened to Alfred Nobel. His brother died, and the publication he read mistakenly said that he had died. And so from that day forward, he vowed to live a life of purpose. And today, the Nobel Prize, named in his honor, is one of the highest achievements there is. So Nobel made that change in his life because he wanted his obituary to show something different than what it said. He applied laser-like focus to what he wanted to accomplish, and he did it. So the question is, will you do the same? Will you do the same in your life? And I thought that these were just really good lessons just to bring back to our minds the importance of making sure we are paying attention, making sure that we're not getting sidetracked, we're laser focused on our goals. And this was a tad bit of a departure from the DeSo, but I just felt in my heart that I needed to get these out there to help all creators to make sure that they're focusing on what's important. Okay, so that's there we have it for today. And I'm going to end with a call to action, which is I wrote a book. It is an adult coloring book for women of color, and it helps women to overcome anxiety and stress and depression by focusing your mind on coloring and at the same time saying positive affirmations. This has really helped me, along with many other things that have helped me. But this is a resource that is available online right now on sale on Amazon. And I'm going to show you a video about that.
Introducing I Am Unbreakable, an adult coloring book for women of color. Over 100 pages of positive affirmations to soothe stress and anxiety, promoting peace and relaxation. Available on Amazon, I Am Unbreakable Adult Coloring Book by Mako Patton.
Introducing I Am Unbreakable, an adult coloring book for women of color. Over 100 pages of positive affirmations to soothe stress and anxiety, promoting peace and relaxation. Available on Amazon, I Am Unbreakable Adult Coloring Book by Mako Patton.
Awesome. And there you have it. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Daily DeSo. Subscribe to the newsletter at smartgirlcredit.com. And thank you so much for your time and attention. See you next time.